Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has boasted that he is empowered under the Gazette quarantine regulation to make COVID-19 vaccinations compulsory for entrance into public places. The governor stated this on Wednesday during the press conference at the Government House in Benin City, saying that the government owed it a sacred duty to the populace to take all actions necessary to protect the health of the majority of the citizens. The Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State had given an expert order in a case instituted by Charles Osariti through his counsel, Echezona Etiaba San, prohibiting Obaseki and 5 others from imposing the directive. But Obaseki on Wednesday disclosed plans by the state government to challenge the expert order. The governor noted that government's effort to achieve her immunity through the vaccination of majority of Edo citizens was to ensure the safety and health of the people, adding that government shall continue to pursue all legal and administrative options available for the protection of the best interest of the good people of Edo State. He said, the attention of the Edo State government has been drawn to an order by a high court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, directing the government to maintain the status quo on the purported compulsory vaccination of its citizens with the vaccine. To the best of our knowledge, the order is at best speculative and preemptive, as the scheduled date for the commencement of the enforcement of the directive by the state government is the second week of September 2021. It must be stated that there is an obvious misconception that the directive issued by government was to make vaccination compulsory for all citizens. Government therefore finds it strange that some persons in purported pursuit of their fundamental human rights will embark on litigation tourism outside of our state to seek to become a source of public health danger and to put at risk the safety and health of the larger population. Obaseki continued, although the state governor, in truth, has the power to make such an order under the gazetted quarantine regulation, this directive is actually only a denial of access to public places of persons who choose not to be vaccinated. We believe government's overriding concern is the safety and health of its citizens. The Edo State government has therefore instructed its lawyers to vigorously pursue and challenge all such orders in the courts from where they emanate and, if necessary, at the appellant level, while affirming its position as a law-abiding government. Obaseki, however, commended residents for complementing the government's effort at containing the pandemic. He said, we want to appreciate all leaders in various spheres within the state for their support so far for the vaccination exercise, which has resulted in unprecedented uptake of the vaccines by Edo people. We thank the churches, mosques, hotels, banks, event centers, restaurants, and bars, among others, that have volunteered their premises for use as vaccination posts. Obaseki restated the government's stance on proof of vaccination to access large gatherings from the second week of September 2021. We want to reiterate that our directives on vaccination stands, and so people who are planning social, religious, political, or business events after the second week of September should ensure that both themselves and their guests are not only vaccinated but possess vaccination cards as proof of vaccination, as anyone without this proof will not be granted access to crowded facilities, he said. The governor also directed intensive enforcement of use of non-pharmaceutical interventions, NPIs, to curb the current spike in COVID-19 infections and death. He said, these measures include compulsory wearing of face masks, regular washing of hands under running water, or use of hand sanitizers, and maintenance of recommended social and physical distancing in public places, among others. Consequent on the rapid rise in infections and death from COVID-19, government may be forced to implement a lockdown if there is a failure to follow the directives for vaccination and compliance with the non-pharmaceutical intervention (NPIs) in order to halt the spread of the deadly variant of the virus, which is currently raging within the state. Governor Godwin Obaseki, if over time we've noticed that if Obaseki says something, he must have checked it properly, that is what he wants to do. So there is really no going back on the governor. We've seen instances when he's even spoken against the president. He's spoken against President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. We recall when Obaseki raised alert that the economy is going down, that how can the government, President Muhammadu Buhari's government, be printing naira and sharing to state governors, that is not the way to come out of this sort of economic situation. And he stated that it was too sad that we went and they shared money. But presidency refuted that claims. They denied it, but Obaseki did not change the story. He maintained it. So with regards to this vaccination, we know Obaseki brought out a statement with a directive that beginning from the second week of September, which is next week, which happens to be next week, that a new law is going to be in place. If you don't have your vaccination card, you will not be able to access large gatherings. And we saw reactions from the people of Edo State. As a matter of fact, there was even a massive protest that was taken to the NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, the government house. And to crown it all, some persons even dragged the governor to court, to a federal high court in Port Harcourt. And Obaseki has just reacted that unfortunately he's not going to listen to that order. He's stating right now that I have the powers to make it compulsory. Wow, interesting. So the thing here is that he's not adjusting his words. That is not what I mean. He is maintaining his position. But he's just explaining that the reason he's taking it this way is just to protect lives and property against this deadly disease. But Nigerians, the people of Edo State, did not smile at it at all. They feel that it's against their human rights. They should not be forced. But Obaseki is stating right now that he's not forcing anyone. All he's stating that if you don't have it, then don't attend these functions. So it's not making it like compulsory that you must have it or you are not going to leave or you'll be sent to jail. He's re-explaining that what he means is no, you won't attend large gatherings. But to some extent, this is still some form of restriction and it's still like compelling the people. If you don't do this, then this. It's still, to me, it's still compelling the people because people are still going to attend events. People want to attend events. They want to celebrate with their families, with their loved ones. And it's going to be in large crowds. But Obaseki is stating that he has the power to make it compulsory. Well, also he's talked about pursuing that case, that he doesn't know why someone left the state all the way from Edo State over to Port Harcourt to go and get a court order. It was the Federal High Court that ordered Governor Godwin Obaseki to restrain from making it compulsory or forcing people to take this vaccine. I don't know how Edo people react right now. The governor is maintaining his position and is telling the people of Edo State that he has the power. He has the power. This one is surprising. Well, let's hear your take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button if it's your first time. Hit on the subscribe button. God bless you. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.